my friends. I hope you're having a fabulous day. We have another legal topic, and we have our good luck tie on again and our YouTube shirt. So today's topic is something that affects everybody all the time, and that is contracts. What is a contract? We all enter into contracts all of the time. You buy a car, you've entered into a contract. You buy a house, you've entered into a contract. So you buy solar panels, you've entered into a contract. Gutter guards, you've entered into a contract. So what is a contract in its most simplest form? A contract is two promises. One person promises to another, and in return, that other person makes a promise. As an example, for buying a house with two parties, one person promises to sell the house, and one person promises to buy the house. So you have the two promises, and that, in a nutshell, is what a contract is. And in every contract, there's the underlying legal principle that each party will work in good faith to carry out the contract, to do their part to carry out the contract. The contract can be paper, like a home improvement contract, or now if you go buy a car, the dealer has you sign a contract on like a desk computer or whatever. So the contract can be electronic signature, valid, or paper. The most important thing before you sign a contract, read the contract, understand the contract, ask any questions you have about the contract, and if necessary, take 24 hours to cool off and think about what you're doing to make sure you want to sign that contract, to make sure you want to do whatever you're thinking about buying or doing. Most people think that I've actually had friends come up to me before, and I've had people call me, they found me online and call me and say, hey, I just bought this car a couple days ago. I changed my mind. I went to take it back to the dealership, and the dealership said, no, I can't give them the car back, that I didn't have a right to change my mind. And I said, they're right. And the person would say, well, I thought there was a 3-day right for me to cancel. And that is not accurate. For almost every contract that you sign in Maryland, you have no right to cancel. Is there a right to cancel a contract in 3 days in Maryland? Yes. Some contracts 5 days. Some contracts 7 days, some contracts 10 days. But it's a very small window of contracts. So for example, the 3-day rescission, this is when it applies. In your typical door-to-door salesman contract, somebody's walking by, walks to your house, says, do you want your new gutters? Do you want new windows? Do you want whatever? Door-to-door salesman contracts, 3-day right of rescission. Home improvement contracts, it used to be 3 days, but now home improvement contracts, you're getting a new bathroom, you're getting a new roof, you're getting new whatever. Now it's under the former Governor Hogan, he changed it. So now it's 5 days to cancel the contract unless you're 65 or older, and then it's 7 days. So there are some contracts with 3 days that you can cancel. Door-to-door salesman contracts, health club contracts, self-defense club contracts, fat club contracts, home improvement 5, older people 7, and then if you buy a timeshare or a campground membership in Maryland, you have 10 days to cancel the contract. But in general, when you sign a contract, you have a deal. When you sign a contract, you have made a bargain with somebody that you have to follow through with, or you could be found in breach of the contract and then be sued for damages. So, right of rescission, yes, in limited circumstances. The other thing is this kind of like a sidebar or whatever, but this comes up a lot too when people ask me this. Auto repair in Maryland, when you take your car to an auto repair shop, for any repair that's $50 or more, you have to receive a written estimate, and then the shop mechanic can only charge you 10% more than that estimate, absent getting your permission. The other thing in Maryland, you do not have to pay for any automotive repairs unless you authorize them. So no charge for unauthorized repairs. So if you go take your car to the shop and you get an estimate for XYZ and it's $500, and then you go back and they say, well, we did XYZ and it was $600, they can't do that. If you go back and they say, well, it's $1,000 because we did XYZ and ABC, they can't do that. You always have to give your permission. And again, auto shops is one of the biggest areas of complaints. So the recommendation is to research, get referrals, get a couple estimates, because it's always easier to make sure you're going to a reputable shop than it is to battle them afterwards. So I hope you appreciate that. Now you know what a contract is. A very simple thing. 2 promises. One person's promised to do one thing and another person's promised to do something in return. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe, smash the like button, click on the bell, tell your friends. I love you all. See ya!